we find a bad X13 blower motor, we'll actually pull the whole housing and take it with us and bring it home. And I'll change it in my garage, and then we'll schedule to come back to change it once we put it all together. So this way, all we got to do is just come to the house, slide it in, a couple screws and a couple plugs, and it's done.
So you kept saying X13. Is there something different about the X13, or is just that is the example you're using?
That's the example I'm using because a standard PSC motor like we keep on the truck. We have a couple universal motors, but like with the X13s, you can't. Unless you rewire a lot of stuff, you can't put a PS. I mean, you could, but you have to do extra rewiring and everything else. But so if you just go a X13 to an X13, I mean, they have universal X13s now, which are great. I mean, so because they vary in the horsepower and stuff. So, but So if we find one that's not working, we'll just pull the whole housing, take it, and come back and change it. A couple days later once we have all the parts together and stuff.
So what do you keep on the truck as far as like if it's a PSC motor, do you have like a few selections that you keep? Do you keep like a universal type?
Yeah, so like we have a 230 volt blower motor that goes up to a half horse, 115 volt blower motor goes up to half horse, and then I keep two of the 3rd through a 6 condenser fan motors that are 1075, and then we keep one 825 condenser fan motor.
For the nice units that are quiet.
Well, that are ones that because you can't put if there was an 825 or 850 RPM motor there, if you throw a 1075 on it, it'll burn it up within a week.
It doesn't do well.
I've learned that the hard way. I've learned that the hard way. So
that gives you Servitech some extra business right there. You can come back and change it. Also, take the drain plug out. That'll do it as well.
Yes, sir.
Ask my brother. That's funny. He had to go back 6 months later. He felt stupid. Yeah, but sometimes you don't realize it's like, oh, I got to get in here. It's hot outside. You got to pull that little plug out. No, it'll be fine. Meanwhile, it's an electric aquarium later. That's what I called it because it's full of water. And then when it turns on, all I hear is like that. It's like electrodes coming out. It's like no, that's not how you do it.
We pull those plugs out before we install them just to get this way it's no issues with it later on because it makes all the difference in the world if you don't pull them out. So
yeah, it sure does. It's just funny stories that really supply. And since it wasn't me, it's even better.
Yeah,
I'm super glad. I've done plenty of bad things. I talked about my brother. Let me say this: I miswired a blower on my own unit after years in the trade and smoked up my own house just because I wanted to, I was fiddling around like stupid video idea or something like that. It wasn't even broken. I just wanted to change blowers into some other blower and test it. You shouldn't do stuff like that. Your wife will be angry. That's what happened in my particular case. My wife was angry.